All right, will y'all close the door? Good evening. I'm J.C. Poe. I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Jasper. Last Saturday morning, July the 5th, we had a fire in a building downtown Jasper, and it was the offices of the Walker County Public Defender's Office. We had some individuals in the area, but and we've got warrants on 2 individuals. One we have already arrested and booked in. Another one, the warrants are being executed on that individual here shortly, and she'll be booked in. I'll come back in just a minute and speak with you, and you'll be hearing today from the fire chief here in Jasper, the assistant DA, and you'll be hearing for some other people. This was a team effort in coming up with these arrests. It started out as what we all thought as just a fire that started from unknown origins at the time, and it turned in to be something totally different. And it was a total team effort with different agencies and divisions within our agency working together. I'm going to now ask Chief Chris Upton of the Jasper Fire Department to come forward and speak to you.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. My name is Chief Chris Upton, Fire Chief here at City of Jasper. I'm just going to kind of go over our response to this incident again. So on Saturday, July 5th at approximately 4:28 a.m., Walker County 911 dispatched our department to the area of 19th Street West and 4th Avenue in response to a reported structure fire. Our first engine company arrived on scene at approximately 4:32 a.m. and observed heavy smoke coming from the office building housing the Walker County Public Defender's Office on the corner of 19th Street West and 4th Avenue. While setting up to perform an initial interior attack, 2 doors were forced to gain entry on the opposite ends of the building. Both doors presented heavy, dark brown, turbulent smoke that fire crews recognized as indicative to a potential flashover situation. At that time, the decision was made to fall back into a defensive attack and try to control the fire from the exterior of the building. Soon after, due to rapid fire growth and in the interest of firefighter safety, a plan was developed to put into action to protect the wall adjoining the fire building and the law office next door in an effort to contain the fire damage to the building of origin. Several master stream devices, multiple hand lines, and positive pressure ventilation was used to protect the shared wall between the buildings. I just want to say I'm very proud of the work of my guys. They performed every task on this scene, textbook perfect. The fire was contained to the building of origin, and the buildings east of the fire building only sustained varying degrees of smoke damage. Our last unit cleared the scene at 5:07 p.m. that day, bringing our total incident time to 12 hours and 39 minutes. And again, I couldn't be more proud of the firefighters and officers at the Jasper Fire Department, and I would like to say a special thank you to the community members that showed up and supported our efforts Saturday. It was a blessing to have them there, and it's expressing their support in real ways. And now I will turn it back over to Chief Poe to talk about events that transpired after the fire.
After I was notified, I arrived shortly after 5 that morning, and when I got there, there was smoke billowing out of the public defender's office and the law office next door, and it appeared like out of the sushi business. And I had grave concerns that we were going to lose the entire block, because I knew that all those buildings were extremely old and had no idea what type of wiring they had in them, things of that nature, but I was totally concerned that we were going to lose the entire block. There can't enough be said for the fire department as their ability and what they did to contain the fire to just the public defender's office. Of course, the law office next door was extremely damaged from water and smoke, but they stopped the fire, and they did an outstanding job in doing that. Now, what led us to be where we're at today is we had a citizen that noticed some unusual foot traffic downtown earlier that morning before the fire actually was reported. And so once we started looking into what they were doing, and it looked like they were carrying some items that seemed unusual according to the person, we started pulling video from businesses and City Hall from downtown. And one or two of the businesses, we got subpoenas to get it so that there's no legal difficulty for them in that, and we obtained the video they had. And so that, what we did here from the PD is we divided our investigative unit up into two groups. Lieutenant Matt Dozier led one group, Lieutenant Jeremy Lay led the other, and we sought after all the videos we could get and then put all those together, identifying people that were in the videos to see what they were doing, and then the other team located those individuals and spoke with them to see what they were doing downtown that morning and to see if they were possibly connected with something there. And then once it was later Saturday, it's going on into Monday, the structure, the front wall fell Saturday morning early. The side wall that faces the jewelry store did not, but it started having waves in it and very dangerous. And so we had to cordon off the entire block to keep onlookers from getting in there, and we had to let the debris cool down before fire marshals and ATF could get in there, and the fire department. But then they got in there and did their investigation that they did. But in talking with two individuals, we were able to determine that they did go in to the public defender's office. They broke into it and they stole some items, one of them being a pistol, and then they stole some IDs that was in one of the attorney's desk drawer, and they stole some other items, and they also took our investigators to where those items were hid out, and we recovered them. And so that led to the warrants that we have now obtained for the two individuals that we have on the wall over here. The one individual is, his name is Joseph Cole Whitten Kolarchuk, Kolarchick. He is a 19-year-old individual. Also being charged is his mother, and she's a 42-year-old individual. Her name is Amanda Jo Howard Kolarchuk. These two individuals have been homeless for quite a while. Joseph, being 19, he's been homeless since he was 15 or 16 years old. It's an extremely sad situation. They are addicted, and but anyway, they're being booked in, and their addiction is going to be treated and looked after, and then they'll be standing trial. There again, I want to thank everybody that came and assisted in all this. My people here at the Jasper Police Department, the entire fire department, the street department, Jasper Street Department, did a great job bringing barricades down and setting those up and helping get a excavating machine to go ahead and tear the wall down and make the area safe. We got the State Fire Marshal's office and the ATF, and we got the DA's office that assisted in the warrants and those things. I've got Chief Assistant DA Brian Warren here, and I'm going to ask him to come up and say a word.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you all for being here this afternoon. I want to speak to briefly the charges and the range of penalties that these charges carry. Of course, this is an ongoing investigation. There will actually be some hearings probably conducted this afternoon in relation to this case. And so I'm limited to, as a prosecutor and attorney, as to what I can actually speak to. But I do want to also thank Jasper Police, Chief Poe, for their work in bringing this case to a swift conclusion with the arrests that have been made and been announced this afternoon. It's our intent to pursue this case aggressively and pursue it to the fullest extent of the law. I also want to say thanks to all of the first responders who arrived on scene and the actions that they took. We're thankful that nobody was hurt, that nobody was injured. As you could all tell from the coverage of the fire, this was a very, very intense fire. And these are dangerous calls that these individuals respond to, so we're very thankful that we didn't have any injuries. It's my understanding that warrants have been issued for burglary 3rd degree, theft of property 2nd degree, and arson 3rd degree. Those carry various ranges, and of course this act has impacted a number of individuals, both professionally and personally. The people that worked, the attorneys and their staff in the public defender's office, those that had businesses that were located close by, have all been impacted by this, and so we certainly want to keep them in our thoughts and prayers as we move forward. We're thankful for the State Fire Marshal's Office and for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. We will, of course, be, as this investigation goes forward and the prosecution of this case, we'll be working closely with them in that regard. At this time, that's the only information that I have and that I can release. So, thank you. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Brian. Lieutenant Lay, we're going to show you guys a few little video snips here. This is the fire, and you can see it's fully involved at this point. And that is where the building is separated from the law office, which is to the left there. Okay. Okay. This you'll see the individuals walking down the street with items in their hands. You'll see them coming back in just a minute. She has one of the computer towers, and you could see the electrical plug from it dangling and dragging. Okay, I think this is about all that I can share with you guys at this time. As I said, one of them has already been transported to the county jail. The other one is being taken there as we speak. I want to introduce our Mayor, Gary Cowan, and let him say a word.
I didn't know you were going to do that, but I'm Gary Cowan, and it's my honor and privilege to be the mayor of Jasper. Two words that are often cliche are amazing and astonishing. But I was astonished and amazed at the job that our public safety, the fire department, the police department did keeping the public safe and fighting a fire early on a holiday morning. and the firefighters worked diligently in the heat. They did, again, an astonishing job. I shouldn't be astonished by how well they performed, but it's always amazing in a dangerous situation watching what they do. The police department kept the public safe in a way, and then the street department moved in to put up the barricades to keep the public safe and to help take down the unstable structures. I'd also like to thank the citizens of Jasper who turned out to bring food to the firefighters, the police department, the street department, and thank First Methodist Church that opened up the youth department building right across the street where the officers and the firefighters could cool off and meet and talk with different representatives. So the whole community came together and to handle a tragic situation. Amazing how quickly the police department found the issue that caused this. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mayor. And again, the results of these two arrests is the result of a total team effort. First off, a relationship with the public that we have here in Jasper, feeling comfortable in calling us when they see something that doesn't look right. And then all of these different agencies working together in unison to come up with this finality of this case here. And I want to thank everybody involved, and thank you, news guys, for coming. And thank you all very much. Thank you. Okay.
Do we have time for a couple of questions? You're here, you know.
I was hoping not. We'll see.
He moonwalked back.
Yeah, I do.
Well, my first question is kind of a two-part question. Are there any concerns about maybe loss of like important files, documents from the public defender's office, and then sort of what do next steps look like at this point?
All the files that are in there were totally destroyed. There were a lot of debris that embers, large embers in the sky from the fire, but not anything that would escape as like a sheet of paper that had people's names or anything like that on it that could have gotten away. Everything in there was destroyed.
Are you able to share what exactly caused the fire?
We're still investigating that, and we're still, I don't really need to speak on that anymore, but we're still nailing that down completely, and it kind of falls in the hands now of the fire marshal's office, along with information they gather from my investigators.
Do we know the motive of Joseph and his mom?
Was to go in and steal, just break in and steal.
Why did they choose the public defender's office?
That's something we're looking into, still looking into it.
And we know they stole a pistol, as you mentioned. How common is it for firearms to be held at the public defender's office?
Well, it's an office, it's a governmental office, it's a state office, and I really don't know. I guess it's an individual office of each individual attorney, and he may have it there for protection, you know. There's certainly no rule or law against it, or anything against him having a firearm.
For the fire chief, I did have one more question for you. I just wanted to make sure I understood it correctly. Did you say that there was a flashover situation when you all were trying to go inside? Could you explain what that is?
Yes, mentioned in the dark brown heavy smoke, that is commonly an indication that a flashover event could occur, and that is when the contents of the building and the smoke itself is oxygen deprived, and it just needs oxygen in order to flash and become flammable. So everything in the room, the smoke and everything, just burst into flames at one time.
And that's why it took 12 and a half hours to get this.
That was the
out?
situation while we were not able to, one of the situations we were not able to do an aggressive interior attack on and we had to fall back into a defensive posture from the outside.
All right, are there any others? All right, thank you guys for coming. Okay. I tried to get away